Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. This is Amy. Today I have 6 new PET tapes from Rongrong Devoe. These are the new City Series PET tapes. So we've got tapes from San Francisco, New Orleans, LA, Nashville, Miami, and Las Vegas. So let's go ahead and take a look at all these. I already opened them up, but I haven't looked at them yet. I just wanted to make this whole process easier. And then I thought it would be fun to make an art journal page with one of these. All right, so let's just go ahead. This one is definitely Las Vegas. By the way, I store all my pet tapes with these little hair elastic bands. It makes it way easier to unwind them later when I want to use them. But this is what we've got for the Las Vegas one. Let's see. Goes quite a ways and then repeats here. All right, so I think you'll be able to get these individually. So if there's 1 or 2 cities that you absolutely love, you'll be able to grab just those ones. You can always use code AmyPlansThings to save 10%. And thank you to Rongrong for sending these to me to review. But let's take a look. This one's San Francisco, of course. We've got Ghirardelli and the bridge and a little trolley. The sea lions, so cute. That is so fun. All right, so let me know what city you'd like to see if she comes out with more. I, of course, being from Seattle, would love to see a Seattle one. That would be really fun. All right, this one's gonna be New Orleans, and I'm very excited about this because I noticed there was a saxophone right here, but also next year, the Go Wild Planner Conference, it's going to be its 10th anniversary, and it's going to be in New Orleans. So now we have these awesome pet tapes for whenever that happens. So lots of fun little things for that. Okay. All right, that's half of them. See, this one's going to be Nashville. I see all the cowboy hats and guitars. This is so cute. All right. The thing that I really like about these PET tapes is that 1, they're pre-cut. That's really important. But 2, they have this like white layer underneath that makes it so it's not see-through, even though it's on clear tape. And that way we can layer stickers over each other to make a cool scene. So I think we'll do that today with one of these. All right, this is most definitely Miami. Oh, look at the little notebook and the sunset. Oh my gosh, this is cute. All right, and it repeats here. All right, so which one are we gonna use? I don't know yet. Okay, then this last one is going to be LA. Got In-N-Out, Hollywood sign. So much stuff. There's yard work going on outside, so you'll probably hear that. Okay, let me think about which one we want, as well as gather a few more supplies to do this. And then we'll get started with a fun art journal page. All right, so I grabbed a lot of things. I decided to use the San Francisco one. I love it. I grabbed a very thin red tape. This is actually a whiteboard tape. I got a pack, like rainbow colored pack on Amazon of whiteboard tape because it's so skinny. So that's where you can find that. I grabbed this little coffee washi tape and one of my favorite script washi tapes. And then I have 2 boxes that have some things in here. And let's look through them. These are like little booklets of things. And I was thinking we could make a little art journal collage thing. I thought that would be fun. So I'm just gonna grab some that kind of have the right color scheme. Okay, so we've kind of got this like dark red, blue, beige stuff going on. Would yellow look good with that? Let's pull the yellow out. Pull the blue out maybe. Not the pink. Okay, I've got another basket box, something of similar little booklets. So let's grab that, take a look. Okay, this is the right color red. Let's see, this one's kind of brownish, which might match some of these. Okay, and then the yellow is also nice. Let's also just pull out blue, not that blue. Let's pull this one out just in case. I don't know if we're gonna use the blue. Okay, so just so you get an idea of what I'm thinking about, the other day, I haven't posted this or anything. I was playing with different kind of backgrounds and making a grid and then sticking stickers on top. So I think we might do something kind of like that. So let's just get to it and have some fun and create some stuff. So we'll use this at the end, but we're just gonna make a little like scene thing and just go with it. So I'm gonna leave this sitting here so that I can see the colors while I'm picking some stuff out. Okay, I think we should use some yellow to add some color, since we do have like the yellows in there. It's a shame I don't have anything that's like a deep red with these, but this one kind of has the, well, a light pink with a blue, so that's nice. And this one's kind of got a pink and blue. Okay, so we'll use those and bring in some of these. Okay. Sometimes it's fun to just create without any plan in mind, without any like purpose to it. Like this is just to create something pretty and have some fun. I really like this one. Okay. We can also grab a yellow or two. We'll set these aside for now. That works well. I don't know if we'll use all these, but I'm pulling them out for now just so I have them handy. I like this one a lot. Okay, so we're making a background. So I'm gonna start by cutting this one in half to start right up here. If you're looking at all my supplies, many of these little packs and things that have these little washi papers and sticker papers in them came from Journal Say, as well as some of these boxes. And then this came from either Journal Say or Soto Studios sometimes has some packs. I don't usually get individual items from them, but I think most of it's probably Journal Say. That would be my guess. Okay, we're gonna put this one, let's see. I kept some things in a row, but I think we're gonna try to use this full sticker here. I really like the yellow. And we're gonna leave just a little thin gap because we are gonna lay down that whiteboard tape around everything. Should we just do a little corner of it? Let's see what we do. Let's see what we do. I'm not gonna jump ahead yet. I really like this one. So we're gonna make sure we use this one. And we're just gonna make this kind of like collage grid working our way down. And this is one of those where it's just like, trust the process. We'll get there, we'll figure it out. And then we'll see what happens. Very rarely the trust the process doesn't work, but most of the time turns into something pretty fun and cool. All right, we've got that. And what if we start this one here? I'm not gonna cut this one off yet because I think I'd love to use the other half of this over here somewhere, but I need to figure out where and how. I don't want to use this full thing there. Yeah, just that much. Okay, these are gonna get in there soon. But first, let's see. These are two of the darker red ones. I think I need a red one right in the middle. And we'll put little tiny square of this right there. So what you'll need is an X-Acto knife. All right. And just trim everything else to pull up to keep this one little part in there. Okay. Probably put some of that. Yeah, let's put some of that there too, just so we have it in a couple of places. We'll probably put it at least one more place as well. Actually not gonna trim it from here yet until I decide what's going here, but I will trim this part of it. All right. I think it's really fun sometimes to do art journal stuff. I haven't had time lately because I've been so busy just keeping up with life in summer with the kids, but it's really fun to just do something that's just pretty and fun and doesn't really have a purpose. That should be some florals. We haven't used this one yet, but also maybe it shouldn't be florals. Maybe it should be this because we haven't used this yet either. So this one you have to peel. There we go, and we're just, this doesn't even have any of the coffee stain on it, but at least has the beige color that's gonna be in some of the other stuff. Okay, so thinking about what we've got, I would love to use a little bit more of this. So I'm gonna put this one here. All right, and then I just love this one, but I want them, okay. I can just take off this bit. I thought about not taking it off, but I don't want it to line up exactly with the red one, so I like it looking offset. I think it looks cool that way. And again, trust the process. This kind of looks wild right now and doesn't make sense, but I think it's gonna turn out pretty fun. Okay, let's get a little coffee stain there. So I'm trying to line this up so there is some of the coffee stain in there. Oh my gosh, can I cut a straight line, you guys? I'm not doing a good job at cutting a line. We'll see, I might need to put down another piece of tape. That was kind of wild. It'll do. I mean, a lot of this is gonna get covered up anyways. This is the base layer. Now I wanna take this one to put a little bit of that over here. So we're definitely not using all the pieces I pulled out, but that's okay. Okay, and then we've used just those tiny little bits. Let's get a full coffee stain into this. Can I peel it though? Okay, let's see. Then now can I do a straight line? Yep, great. All right, we need to do like the outline. Oh my gosh, I'm tearing up the other stuff. The outline with the red tape, and then we can lay down some of the Rongrong San Fransisco tape. I think it's gonna look pretty cool, but we'll see. I want to start sharing more art journaling content if I can find the time. Summer has taken it out of me, guys. I don't know about you guys, those of you with kids. I'm in the thick of it with the younger kids right now. And it's been hard to find time with everybody home and stuff. But we are so excited. We just got our youngest signed up for a half-day preschool. And September, I'm just so stoked for to actually have, you know, dedicated time instead of just finding the time here and there to create. So September's gonna change things and I'm super excited. Now, where did that piece go? Here we are. All right, so we've got that. That's pretty fun just on its own, but we're not stopping there. All right, we have all these little pieces. I'll save them for something else. We're gonna put this down in all the gaps. If I can find, isn't this where this lifts up? Maybe it's not. It looks like it's where it lifts up. Okay. Okay, yeah, it was. Just did not want to go. Okay, so we're just gonna lay it down everywhere and have it be like over everything. I'll need to trim it all, but this is the easiest, quickest way to lay it all out. So we'll trim all of it in a second, but I'm just laying it in a grid in the gaps. Do you see it starting to come together like this, you guys? Not a color scheme I would have normally chosen, I don't think, but it's just kind of what I saw in these stickers, the PET tapes. So I think it's gonna be cool. Here's me hoping. Okay, didn't completely get that straight. There we go. And a lot of this, again, is going to get covered up because I'm not quite sure where everything's going yet. So some of this, oh, we skipped a spot up here. Some of this red tape will get covered up. Some of all of these things will get covered up. And we'll see what happens. Okay, so a question, do I outline it like all the way around the outside of the page, or do I leave it like that. I don't think I outlined it here. No, I didn't. Okay, I'm just gonna leave it, you know, without outlining the page. We need to trim these and then trim the ones on the page. Okay, so many scraps sticking to me. By the way, you will always see me all times of years in sweaters sometimes down here. I film in our basement and it is the coolest part of the house, and we got AC last year, which was a game changer for the, you know, hot month or so that we have in Seattle. But it's very cold down here now. So I'm in my sweater, staying warm. Where did my X-Acto knife go? There it is. And then it just lives on the back of my chair because as soon as I walk upstairs, it's so nice and comfortable and exactly what we need in the living spaces and the bedrooms. But down here, pretty cold. I just noticed how well my nail polish matches with this little red tape. It was not on purpose. I chose this color today because my son and I were playing upstairs, and my daughter is at summer camp, and she has kind of requisitioned all of my quick dry nail polishes because I haven't been using them a lot. And so it was the one that I found in her room that I decided I wanted to paint instead of doing like a gel or something downstairs. But she's taken over pretty much all my Olive and June quick dry polishes. So this was the one that I found. But I had to make sure to put it back in her room because she's made her own little nail salon. Pretty cute. The summer is full of building things and making forts, and rooms are a mess, but that's what it's all about, right? What's going on? We are almost done with this, and then we can get to actually using one of the new pet tapes from Rongrong. Okay, come on. All right. So if you're looking for notebooks to do this in, I recommend getting something with 160 GSM paper because that way you don't deal with as much tearing on the page and stuff like that. This one's from Happy Planner. I also use Archer and Olive a lot. There are a lot of other options out there though. Okay, so we finally get to use these. I really like her. So we're first gonna get a person down, I think, put her down like this. We're just gonna let her hair kind of go right into the crease there. It's not something that I need to trim or anything like that. Let's also grab this girl in the red. Oops, right there, gotta trim this. That's going right across the middle of that one. Okay, but we're gonna grab this girl because I like the color block look of her outfit. And put her right here. Oh, that's so cute. Okay, we're definitely putting some sea lions in there. We're getting the bridge somewhere. I think just like this. We certainly can add some of these in. Oh, that kind of would be cute just up like that. Definitely a trolley. So you see it perfectly goes over all these things and does not You can't really see through the back of it. Okay. We're just going to cover, I don't love this little tiny bit. We're just going to cover over it and do that. Okay, what else? Oh, we could have done this bridge that has the background, but I like it like this. That's fine. Okay. Just looking at all the things. Definitely getting a Ghirardelli in here. 'Cause yum. And then let's get some sea lions. As you guys can see, it's just a fun, layered experience, and half of it's all about just creating something fun and taking some time for yourself to use your creative mind. Okay. Up here, over here, I think kind of over the edge is really nice, even though we're cutting off the words. That's okay. Of course, we need to label it with the city. Do I want it down here, over here? I think down here is kind of a nice spot. Okay, let's just decide if we want to add anything else in, but I think it looks pretty fun. Fortune cookie could fit right there. Pride flag I was thinking about, but we don't have a lot of orange or purple in here, and so just feel like the color match isn't perfect there. We could put the wharf little thing in, but it's pretty full. Okay, I think we're good. This is our little art journal spread. It's a really fun way to play with stuff and use up your supplies. I love how this blue one came out as well using Rongrong's. She came out with like the rainbow colors, so you could order whichever colors you like or get the full set of like red through the whole rainbow. But this was my blue page, again using background stuff, mostly from Journal Say, I think. And again, using that little whiteboard tape here because it's the skinniest tape I found. If anyone knows of actual washi tapes that are that thin, let me know because it's fun. All right, anyways, there's that. This all releases, I don't know if I even said that earlier, this all releases on the 17th. I'll put the date and time down below in the description. You can click the link. Don't forget code Amy Plans Things to save 10%. All right, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.